Yo, what's good? Welcome to GCKICKS. So for today's video, we're gonna be doing things a little bit different. As a sneakerhead, you know, when we try to get shoes, we end up making memories. You know what I'm saying? Like, we end up having a story to go with our shoes, a mission to go through. Like, we have work to put in to get a certain shoe. And to me, that makes sneakers more important to us, and it ends up making memories for us. So for today's video, I'm gonna go ahead and get into one shoe, a pair of shoes in my collection that I don't think I could ever get rid of. Like, I can't sell them. I don't want to give them away even if they don't fit me anymore. Like, I need to have them with me like in my collection like all the time, just to keep the memory alive. You know what I'm saying? Like, every time I look at them, like, I'll be like, okay, I remember what it took to get those shoes. So I'm gonna go ahead and just go into like a little story time of how I got these shoes. But first off, before we get into that, what shoe is it? So right now we have an old Jordan brand box. It's not the old ones, but you know, they change the boxes up every few years. Now the Jumpman's gold, but this is the box before it, and just Bred 11s, all right? It's a pair of Bred 11s. So this pair released in 2012, I believe it was, and I was a senior in high school at that time. I was like 17 years old. I remember the year before that, it was a Concord 11s. I failed at those. I could not get them for retail. Like, I mean, they're right here, but I bought them off of somebody. So I made it my mission to get the next pair of 11s that came out, whichever one it was. No one knew yet, because, you know, you find out like a few months before they release. We found out these were coming out. Me and my boys, we planned it out. We're like, all right, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. We're gonna hit up whatever store we gotta hit up, and we're gonna camp out for however long we gotta camp out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have that mentality, like, nah, I gotta get these shoes. It's like, I'm a die trying. Like, nah, that's too far, that's too far. But long story short, we find out that this year's release is the Bred 11s. These are clean, you know what I'm saying? It's a black and red shoe. You know, we got some white going on right there. One of the classics, the Breds. With that being said, December comes around and we find out that they're doing the ticket system. So basically, if you get your ticket, you get the shoes. If you don't get a ticket, you're not getting the shoes. Like, that's how the stores were releasing it. It was like that procedure they were doing. It wasn't a raffle, it was like a guaranteed ticket. So if you had a size 9.5 on your ticket, you basically reserve the size 9.5 in your pair. So we find out that they're doing this raffle ticket system on a Sunday. I'm gonna go ahead and show up some pictures that I have. I don't have any videos because I was not a YouTuber back then. I was not vlogging. This is one of the pictures right here. I took this picture, I believe I was sending it in like a group chat or something. I was sending it to my friends to let them know that this is how they were gonna release the shoes. As you can see right there, it says 3 p.m. Sunday is when they will release the shoes or release the tickets. Saturday night, me and my boys like, all right, yo, like, should we camp out like early Sunday morning? You know what I'm saying? Like, just to give us that advantage of being there for a while, and you know, we could be at the head of the line. So we call Saturday night just to see if there's any lines like outside any stores in the city, and it turns out there were lines. And it's Saturday night, December. Like, that's cold. This is New York. This is on the street. Like, it's cold. It's brick. It's brick. So we're like, yo, what are we gonna do? Like, they have lines forming already, and the tickets are not even gonna get released until 3 p.m. the next day. So we're like, damn, if we wait until the morning, it's gonna be too late. We're gonna be at the back of the line. We should probably go now. Mind you, I'm 17 years old. I live at home with my parents. I'm a high schooler. My boy, he's like 13, 14 years old, and then it was his cousin, which is also my boy. We did what sneakerhead would do. We went and lined up. So we headed to the city, and there was like 3 stores we could go check out. So there was a Foot Action, there was a Foot Locker, and there was a House of Hoops. So we checked out all 3 lines. I told my boy, yo, stay right here in Foot Action. I'm gonna go check out the other stores. And I ended up going to House of Hoops. There was a few people in the front of the line, and there was a whole bunch of seats empty behind them, and then there was like 2 people at the back of the line. So we went to the front, we asked them like, yo, like, if we get online right now, do you think we'll have our pair? You think we'll be guaranteed? They're like, yeah, man, you good. You know, they got mad pairs, blah blah blah. You know, these New Yorkers be talking crazy, whatever. So we're like, all right, seems like this store is, you know, pretty legit. Like, maybe I should take my chances. I call up my boy, I'm like, yo, come to the House of Hoops. So he comes through, and now we start the camp out. We started the camp out. Mind you, we were not prepared for this camp out. We did not have the proper clothing. I'm gonna just show a picture right now of my boy. I'm sorry, OB, to like, I don't want to put you on blast, bro, but like, if it was a picture of myself, I would have put it up, but I don't have one. So you're gonna have to take one for the team, all right? So this is my boy OB right here. So he's like 13, 14 years old. He's been in other videos, but that's him right there. And you can see this kid looks cold, all right? This kid looks cold. He looks hungry. You know, we were all hungry, you feel me? Like, it was super cold that day. No parents, no adult supervision. We feel like we grown, but you know, we're not. So we're lining up. You know, they say if you leave the line, you know, you can't come back in. You have to go to the back of the line. Nah, that wasn't happening. Nobody was telling us anything. So if we had to go use the bathroom, we went to the local McDonald's that was open 24/7, and we would just hop off the line, walk to the McDonald's, stay there for a little bit just to stay warm, and just hop right back on the line. Nobody told us a thing. No one, because everybody knew what it was. Everybody knew, like, you know, this is a different situation. It's cold out. You know, people got to stay warm. I understand. Nobody started no beef until people started coming through with like a whole mob and just started skipping the line. You know, that always happens, but whatever. Sunday comes around, it's Sunday morning, and now it's like raining and snowing. Like, it's that sleet, that slushy stuff.
I don't like that. I don't this snow. I don't like that shit. Y'all got that slushy shit.
I couldn't sleep. Like, I was having a hard time. I was shaking. Like, it was horrible. Like, something could have went really wrong that night. You know what I'm saying? Just for a pair of shoes. Like, was it really worth it? I don't know. I mean, I still have them to this day and they're in good condition, so I guess it was worth it. I don't know. Hours are going by. Hours are flying by. And the line is just only getting longer. It's like down the block, around the corner probably. Where we were, it was a pretty good location on the line. Like, we kind of knew we were good, maybe, you know? And next thing you know, they start giving out tickets. The line's moving kind of slow, but it's moving. It's moving, but it's moving kind of slow. We finally get to the front and they ask us what size we want. You know, we got to give them our RD. I told them, all right, I want a 9.5, and they put it down. So that means that we're good. We got our size. Let's wait for them to pass. So after that, we went home. We have to make sure we don't lose that ticket, because if you lose that ticket, you know, you can't get your pair. So you had to hold on to that ticket with your dear life. The shoes were releasing like a few days later. And I remember the day that those shoes released, it was like trip day in my school, like right before Christmas. Like, if you guys, for those that are in high school, you know, if you have advisory class, which is like, it's not really a class where you learn stuff. It's just like, it's kind of like you're just chilling, to be honest. Like, it's one of the chill classes. They were doing like a trip. Like, every advisory class was going on a trip, and I missed out because I had to go pick these up. You feel me? Like, that wasn't really cool of me, but I mean, a sneakerhead gotta do what they gotta do, you feel me? I did get the shoes. I was super excited. Like, I missed out on the Concords. This was my first pair of 11s, and it's not a low 11, you feel me? It's a regular mid-top 11. It's an actual 11. I still have them to this day. I've worn them down to the ground. Like, there's drag on these, not too bad, but there's drag. There's, you know, there's not really bad creasing on the patent leather, but there is some creasing on the ankles. For as old as this shoe is, it's 2017 right now. That's 5 years later, well, almost 5 years later, and these are in pretty good condition, so I think it was worth it. Oh, another one wanna pass by, okay. It's stuff like this that makes you appreciate shoes more. Like, you kind of meet friends online. Like, I didn't mention this earlier, but when we were on that line, there was a couple that was behind us, and they gave us a blanket. So you just see 3 people just huddled up in one blanket. Like, that was dope, you know what I'm saying? Like, the sneaker community is actually like a really cool community. You know, aside from all like the hype and stuff like that, like when it comes to shoes like this, a classic, it can really bring people together, in my opinion. Like, that was a dope memory I have right there. Like, just the 3 of us in one blanket, just chilling. That random couple got us like hot chocolate or something like that. Like, that was dope. Shout out to y'all. Like, I don't know their names, but that was a dope experience. So thank you guys. That's my story on the Bread 11s. It's a shoe that I don't think I want to get rid of because I went through too much to get these shoes. Like, that's the worst camp out I've ever done. It's the longest camp out I've ever been through. It wasn't hard to do, but we had a difficult time, like, just sitting there on the street. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was hard. It was hard. But that's the kind of thing you got to go through when you're a sneakerhead. So in the comments down below, guys, I want you guys to let me know your story on a certain shoe that you have in your collection that you don't think you can get rid of because you went through something similar like that. Let me know down below if you have any stories like that. I know that 11s, you got to go through stuff like that. At least like back then. Now it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of dying down. I'm glad I got these in my collection. But anyways, guys, if you guys did enjoy this little story time, this video, hit that thumbs up and let me know down below if you guys like videos like this where I have a story to go with my sneakers. Let me know down below what your thoughts are. Let me know if you have any similar stories like that. And if you're new to this channel and you enjoy the content, y'all know what to do. Subscribe. This is GCKICKS, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Peace.